How's it going? Welcome. I just am doing a little bit of boxing stuff up this morning to ship out. I found some stuff out yesterday, and I'm just I don't really know how to say it, so I don't know how to take it, honestly. Uh, just want to see what you guys think about this. I'm not knocking down or anything like that. I'm just a little bit wow. Just a little bit wild. So I was talking to someone yesterday. I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that, but uh, the convention this year, CFI convention, has switched from August, which it has been always, as far as I know, always been in August, and they have switched to September this year for some reason. And the thing about that, they are usually in August. Now they're September, so it's a little late in the year. You know, we're installers, we got children, we got grandchildren, all that good stuff going on. And a lot of times, not a lot of times, in September, schools is back in. So now we got people, we got to find somebody to watch our grandchildren, find somebody to watch our kids. We can't really just take them out of school for a week as soon as school starts back up and take them down there to the CFI convention, even if we drop them there at the Disney World or Disneyland or whatever like that with the wife or whatever while we go do our flooring stuff at the convention. So I don't know. I can't make it this year because September is just not a good time for me. I've got my wife's birthday is September. My grandson's birthday is in September. I just got too much stuff on my plate for the month of September. And I'm afraid that a lot of other people are going to feel the same way because they got kids in school and stuff like that. So I hope that this don't, which I'm afraid it will with the other news I got to say in a few minutes. I'm afraid that the attendance this year is just not going to be what it should be. I'm afraid they're going to suffer this year at the convention from lack of attendance. I hope not, because, man, we don't need to go backwards in the industry. We don't need to go backwards in CFI. We always need to be going forward. And trust me, I completely get it. We got to change some. We can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and expecting different results. That's like I think that was Einstein that said that. That's a definition of insanity, to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So I completely get that there needs to be changes and stuff like that to see what works and see what don't work and stuff like that. It's just how you grow. You got to experiment with different things. So I completely get that, honestly. But I don't think that's a good idea. That's just me. August to September. August is summer vacation. You know what I'm saying? September, schools are back in. And something else happened. They are kind of teamed up with the FCIC or FIC or whatever. I don't know exactly what all those acronyms are, but another flooring organization. You know, more power to them. That's all good. It's really good. We all need to be united and work toward the common goal of bettering the industry as a whole. So kudos for that. Team up with everybody. Everybody get along, and let's all, again, work for the betterment of the industry. But CFI was built by installers for installers, and I hope more than anything that they keep those core values and never let the organization or money make factors, make decisions other than having the betterment of the installers in mind, because honestly, that's where it starts at. That's where that's everything. I mean, if the installers will do better, if we can get installers thinking like professionals, being professionals, and everything like that, that's the core of bettering, or however you want to say it, the industry. It has to start with the installers. Yes, it needs to, the salespeople, store owners, and all of that stuff like that, they need to be trained, and they need to understand the installer. So it's not just installers, but I do think it starts with installers. So I just hope that they keep that core value for installers, or by installers for installers. I really hope they keep that. I found out some news yesterday. They have teamed up with the FCIC, I think is what it is. And I don't know a whole lot about the FCIC, but what my understanding of it is an organization of like big contractors. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the individual installer or anything like that. They are big commercial grade contractors and such that, you know, do massive jobs, and they're out there with these 15 or 100 man crews or whatever like that, doing these huge commercial jobs and stuff like that. So they're definitely not on the same level as us installers that are going out there and doing somebody's living room or doing somebody's home or something like that. They're like completely on a different level. So the thoughts and everything of that organization is not, it's not like it is for CFI. Now, again, CFI is by installers for installers. Us little guys, you know, us individual installers that, again, are going and doing a living room, going and doing a bathroom or something like that. It ain't got to be a massive job, a massive commercial job that's going to run over the course of 3 years or something like that. A huge multi-year job or something like that. Those guys are, again, on a completely different level. CFI has teamed up with them this year, and from my understanding, they have pretty much let FCIC take care of this year's convention. And, you know, that's good. CFI needs the help, by all means. They don't have a whole lot of manpower. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're reaching out, and they're shifting off some of the burden of running the organization. This is my thoughts, okay? None of this is facts. This is just what I've heard and my thoughts. They're shifting off some of the burden of running the CFI industry and letting somebody else have their hands in it, which is good. You know, everybody needs help in their business. A person, organization can't sit and run it all. I got Mr. The main guy there. Again, I don't want to call no names, but he knows who he is. He does so much that people ask him, what do you do at CFI? He says everything. The man literally does everything. You got all these other great trainers running all over the country all the time, holding these training events, you know, leaving their families and stuff like that. CFI is reaching out. They're doing their part for getting more trainers and stuff like that. But again, there's only so much a person can do, or an organization can do, before they expand and get bigger and pull in other partners and stuff like that. So, I mean, they have to do it, but at what cost? Do not get rid of your core values by installers for installers. That, in my opinion, will be the worst mistake that they could possibly make. Once people start seeing that it is not for installers, that is a business, you can hang it up. There will be there. It's going to change dramatically. I guarantee it. If I'm not saying they are, I'm not saying they have. I'm not saying they do. If it changes to looking at a profitable business instead of the core values by installers for installers, it's going to go downhill. So many of the CFI members, active members, are installers first. Then, they're whatever else they are, CFI members and so on and so on. CFI has a great group of guys. I mean, an absolute great group of guys. But if you ask any of them, they are installers first. To me, it should be that way. If you're going to run any kind of organization for a particular industry, you need to have the guys in there that are out there in the field, just like us little guys are. So they know how to run the business. They know what it needs. They know how to do, they're out there. They're daily doing stuff like that. So they're in our shoes, okay? You can't ask for a better group of guys to run the thing than we have going on right now at CFI. These guys are out there. They're putting in the work. They're in our shoes. It needs to stay like that, okay? FCIC has raised up the rates this year for the CFI convention. Went from $500 to $800 for registration. Again, I have not even looked at the registration fee or nothing. This is hearsay. So I'm not spreading nothing out there that don't need to be spread out there. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here at my computer. I'm going to open up a page and I'm going to check that out. But I won't be able to do that. Not while I'm sitting here talking. I ain't got enough. My brain don't work good enough to do a couple different things like that. This stuff that I'm doing here is all click and drag and copy and paste and stuff like that. So it's not really a big deal. But yeah, what is your guys' thoughts? What is your thoughts on the price increase and having somebody else in to basically manage the convention from somebody that's not in our shoes, somebody that's like totally not on our level of installations? Now, I will say there are all levels of CFI. They even have a big commercial course that they have just started that's in between the commercial 2 level and the master level. They've got another commercial level just before masters for people that simply go out and do these big commercial jobs. So, I mean, they're qualified for that. CFI is. They prep for it and they certify for it and all of that stuff. But allowing those guys to come in and just take over stuff like the convention and stuff, let's just hope it stops right there and not continues further, okay? We don't want a bunch of people that's not in our shoes, that's not about us individual installers running a installer-based company. It'll go downhill. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious if this is just my opinion or if it's an opinion overall. If it's majority opinion, I would like to know this stuff and see if I'm just thinking crazy. I don't know. I sit here and I'm myself, just like anybody else does. We all sit in our own little space, and when the stuff just starts going through your head, and you're like, "What in the world? Why is this happening? What in the world are they even thinking? Can you believe this?" And all of a sudden, you start talking with somebody else, and you get other people's opinions, and you're like, "Oh, I was just inside my head. It ain't even I don't even, nobody thinks like that. That's ridiculous. So, I just want to know, am I sitting here inside my own head thinking this stuff? I don't want it to change, though. I don't want it to go that direction. By installers, for installers. Let's keep that core value. CFI!